Good afternoon. Today is May the 25th, 2020. This is the Service Hero Show. 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and today we have a celebrity in the house. And yes, he is a service hero. He was nominated by our dear friend and actually supporter of the show, Andrea Adams Miller, and the Smiles Movement. We have today a unique happening in that today, May 25th, 2020, is Memorial Day. It is a 3-day holiday. It is also the beginning of Smiles Week. And the gentleman, the service hero that we are recognizing, and yes, was nominated, and I completely agree, needs to be recognized. His name is Jonte Hall. Jonte Hall. Jonte Hall. For those of you that may know basketball, you may recognize him. He is a celebrity. He is someone that has been all over the world with some of the biggest names in one sport that I grew up with. My family loves the teams, and you may know. Have you ever heard of the Harlem Globetrotters? Yes, the Harlem Globetrotters. Now, this is Service Hero Show. Yes, this man's story is one that I actually have been following him for a little while because I'm inspired by him. People that are out there and making a difference and have a story that backs it up are the kind of people I choose to follow. And Jonte is one of them. So Jonte, let's get into it. First of all, hey, and let's say hello to some of those people that are showing up right now. We have some of the Chemo Buddies for Life. I was telling Jonte about you guys. We have one of our ambassadors, Rachel Johnson. Rachel, you are here. Grateful you are. And we have Helene Wilson. Helene, one of my buddies. Hey, and she is ambassador of the chat. I'm excited that you're both here. We have one of our senior ambassadors, Sherry McQueen. Sherry, thank you for all you're doing. Sherry is truly a service hero. She was texting me right before we went live. In fact, she was making sure that we're on top of things for our community. So, Jonte. Okay, let's get to it.
Oh, let's go.
You play basketball, and you've been playing it since you were a little guy, right?
Yes.
How old were you when you started?
So I received my first basketball at 6 years old.
Okay.
And I fell in love with it. Gave it names, but I started playing organized basketball at the age of 9.
Okay, and so I'm already seeing it. You gave your basketball a name.
Yep.
I love it. What was your first basketball's name?
I'm gonna say Susan.
Susan.
Yeah, Susan. Yes.
Susie, I love it.
I don't know why that
basketball.
Yeah, I don't know why that name came up, but that's what I named my first basketball.
You know what? Inspiration. There must have been a reason for it.
Yep.
And that's a whole nother show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so you're playing organized sports. You love it. You name your basketball. You're doing all of this. I bet you from the very beginning, because of what your skill level is, you had to have, right from the beginning, the coaches had to have seen that you had a natural talent, you had the drive, you had the heart, if you will. Did they see that?
Yes. Even though I was small and I wasn't growing much, but
Right.
I had the talent. So thank God, thank the universe, that they didn't pay attention growing up to my height. So they knew I had talent. So that's why I kind of hung in there a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, total disclosure, guys. My oldest son is actually just slightly shorter than I am, and I'm not a real tall girl.
Yeah.
And he played basketball. We lived in Utah at the time. And yes, it was at the time when the Jazz had the duo of which you had the tall one and you had the shorter one, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so Stockton ended up being a major inspiration for my son. And he was one of those that also, you know, he could steal the ball. He was fast. He was coordinated. He could do what, you know. And so like that's one of the reasons that I was like, yes, I'm just thrilled that we have role models out there for these young people, for the people, young people of all ages, guys. Wink, wink, because you said it. So you know, you're playing the sports, and I know the drill. You know, I was the sports mom. You going and doing all this stuff, and you get those coaches that are so excited, and they're really pumping you up, and they're really helping you and going the extra mile, and they'll match your energy for energy plus. And then when did it start becoming obvious that some of the other kids continued to grow and you were not?
When I was 13, like I used to like come home and get mad at my mom and dad. I used to say, "Mom, Dad, why I'm not growing? Why is everybody taller than me?" You know, my mom is 4'9" and my dad is 5'3".
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you know, so right there, you know, I knew it wasn't hope for me growing.
And you ended up stopping at what height?
I'm 5'2".
You're 5'2".
Yep.
5'2", guys.
5'2".
What is the average height of a pro basketball player?
Well, back in the day, and it was somebody that I looked up to. His name is Muggsy Bowles. Muggsy. So Muggsy's from Baltimore as well. He's 5'3".
Okay.
So now it's like that height is not like it's unreal like to be in the NBA now. So it's not like so now they want you like what 6', 6'3".
Okay, so 6'3".
Yeah.
However, okay, I'm a little older than you are, you know,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
remember the day, and I'm from Southern California. I lived
Okay.
in Utah for a while, but you know, I grew up with the Lakers and such,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
that team, that dream team, and then when they went to the Olympics and all of that period of time, basketball was the thing. It
Phenomenal. Yep.
was so exciting. And I mean, you had the purple and the gold, and you know, you wore your colors proud, and
Yep. Yep.
you know, and today, a day that we're remembering those that have given, you know, on Memorial Day. I think of holidays and history, and you know, it's interesting how you can kind of segue from basketball to, you know, Memorial Day. However, in truth, when you have people that are driven by passion, that believe in what it is that they're doing, many, not all, but many that gave their lives for their country, our country here, were those people that they believed, they were passionate, and they believed in freedom. That freedom then gave us the opportunity to be able to have opportunity for whoever believed in themselves.
Absolutely.
And in truth, back in the day, I remember, because it was such a big deal when that team went to the Olympics, because it was, can you have pro basketball players play on an Olympic team? What can you do about it? You know, it was like all this debate back in the day. And you know, we ended up having a pretty good time.
Yep.
Those stories, when I look at you, you are those stories for the younger generation now.
I appreciate that.
You are.
Appreciate
Without
that.
a doubt, without a doubt. And, and I'm loving the fact, thank you, everybody, that we have a lot of people showing up. And I want to just recognize the fact that we've got many,
Hey, Helen.
people coming in. And as you come in, please do announce, and thank you, Helene, for making sure that we are staying on top of it. And hashtag live, hashtag replay, please. All right, so let's talk about when I have visions of my own brother. I have visions of my child. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember the days when sometimes they were hanging from things. They were doing
Yeah.
everything they could do to try to like gain some inches or centimeters or something. It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
grow the hair, whatever it may be. And so you go home, you're upset with your parents, but then you're like looking around, you're saying, but that didn't stop you, did it?
No, not at all. So what that did was motivate me to like work on things that I could be successful at my height. So I used to stay at the gym when a team practice was finished. I stay extra time, extra hours to like, just kind of focus on my weakness at the time. Far as like my height, I knew I wasn't growing much, so had to have a nice jump shot, be able to shoot it from far back. Have to have quickness, speed, agility, and all that good stuff. So yes, I love the pictures you putting up there. Yes. So and that's what separated me from the other guys was my tenacity, my work ethic, and my heart.
Right, right. In fact, I was telling you that I was doing a little research today, and I was reading, and and I had to ask a few questions because I didn't quite understand. Um,
Mm.
when they said that they promoted you from the generals, I was thinking, the general population? I mean, what is, the generals?
Yeah.
And you were explaining to me that when okay, so you graduate from high school, you're
Yep.
involved in ball, you decide you're going to start applying and trying out for basketball.
Hmm.
You believed it, you saw it, you knew it, you were working for it, you tried out. And what happened the very first time?
So after high school, well, while I was in high school, I was writing colleges to like come see me, and nobody showed up. No schools showed up. So I wasn't recruited from high school to college. So I walked on to a community college in Baltimore County by the name of CCBC Catonsville. I played 1 year there and didn't get much time because, of course, my height played a major role. Then I had to drop out of school. I don't like to use that word drop out, but it is what it is. But
Right.
I had to drop out of school, take care of my mother. I have a mom with MS, multiple sclerosis, and there she go right there, my baby. And I had to stop going to college and take care of her, make a honest living, did janitorial work, and I had to put basketball on hold. So
Yeah.
basketball was like something that I wanted to do, but reality was I had to work. I had to take care of my mother, and that's my heart to this day. And then I had a conversation with her, and I said, "Mom, I want to play basketball. I still want to play." And she said, "Okay, don't, Jonte, if you want to play, try, go after what your heart is." And I said, "No, Mom, but I want to take care of you." And she was like, "I'm not going nowhere. I'm here. So I want you to do stuff that you love." And I started trying out. I went to a tryout in North Carolina. Nervous, first time away from my family, away from my mom. So nervous, my heart was pounding out my shirt. And I took a train to North Carolina, and it was an NBA development league tryout.
Yeah,
So you know
development.
how you, so you know how
Okay.
you have your varsity and junior varsity in high school.
Right, right, yeah.
So the NBA development league now it's called the NBA G League.
Okay.
That's like your junior varsity,
Right, right, right.
and
Yeah,
the
okay.
NBA is the varsity.
Right.
So that was my first tryout, and I was the smallest guy out there. And out of 200 guys, I was the last 25 to be there. So that gave me hope, even though I didn't make it. Only one guy made it.
Right, right. Wow, wow.
Yep,
However, in the top 25,
yep,
that for the very first time, that yes, how encouraging.
yep.
Excellent. And so you're taking care of mom, yet you are determined now. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
I got mom's stamp of approval. She's like all there, all in, supporting
mm-hmm.
you. Let's do this. And what was your next course of action? How did you get on to the generals? And I'll let you tell who they are in a minute,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. So the Washington Generals, everybody is the Globetrotters opponents. We played them every night. So what I did was, I got tired of the doors getting shut in my face. So it was like I gave basketball one more shot. Had everybody telling me give up. You ain't make it now. You're not gonna ever make it. So and that was starting to really play a major role in my life mentally and all that stuff. And it was like, oh man, maybe I should give up. So something told me to like reach out to the generals. I don't
Yes.
know why. I don't know why, but something told me to reach out to him. And the guy loved me. The general manager loved me. Gave me. I had to send some footage of myself playing, and he sent me a contract. And my life changed right there. After that, my life changed. It wasn't a lot of money, but I was thankful for he gave me opportunity.
Exactly. I love this story even more now.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. The fact that you listened to the inspiration, that I want to really go there for a second, because this is really important. And you've been out, yes, I did start the show with today's date. If you did not hear it, it is May the 25th, 2020. We right now are still currently in a worldwide pandemic state, though some areas of the world or the United States are at different levels
Mm-hmm.
of reopening. There are others that are still stay-at-home orders. There's a variety of everything in between. And so you have been doing a lot more podcasting. You've been a guest a lot more, and sharing your stories as much as possible, because people need this type of inspiration. They need this kind of hope. They need to know they can overcome. And the fact that you didn't give up, but not only that you did not give up, in some ways you could almost say you heard something, some people could say, wow, how did you even think that
Mm-hmm.
really, that
Absolutely. Yep.
really, Globetrotters, the opposing team,
Mm-hmm.
here you're getting, yes, you're getting encouragement, but really. And
Yeah.
something, I love that, something told you, something inside of you told you to do it. Did you doubt, or did you just do?
I doubted at first, but I just followed my heart. My heart was like, and I had to back up off the computer. It was like, okay, I feel it. Okay, it's done. It's done.
I love it. I
It's
love it.
done.
I love it. Good
Thank you.
for you, because you know it right there. When I was talking about the fact that right now you and some of the others right now, we need inspirational, let's say it, athletic stories that are, you took care of your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You made good, honest living. You did things in the right way. Odds weren't necessarily, quote unquote, in your favor. However, in truth, they really were, because
Yeah.
there was something that was telling you, go do this,
Yep. Yep.
Jonte, go
Yep.
do it. And you listened to it. And
Mm-hmm.
so You are playing for the opposing team. You've been conditioning yourself. You knew that you had to be a solid player, not just a trickster, but
No.
a solid player to be taken serious. And in truth, I know the Globetrotters and that whole genre, wink wink, very fun,
Yeah.
and they love to show how things are different, how this and that,
Mm-hmm.
kind of that marketing, that the fun, the energy to get people to come out and participate, which is always a fun time. And so that didn't hurt, I'm sure, when the coach just loves you. So then you get, if you will, a call up or call over to the mainline team.
Mm-hmm.
How did you, I mean, I can only imagine, as I was reading this article, and I'm feeling the emotions of what was written in the article, which it was a few years ago. It was written and published.
Mm-hmm.
However, why don't you share what that was like? Because this has got to be like one of those moments in time that will forever be etched in everybody involved, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I'll never forget. That's something I will remember for the rest of my life. I received a phone call from a manager with the Globetrotters, and just getting off work, he was like, "Jonte, I got some bad news." I said, "Oh man." So at the time, I'm so used to bad news. So bad news, like, was it going to bother me? So he was like, "You ready for it?" I said, "Go lay it on me." He was like, "You're officially, you are no longer a Washington General. You're officially a world famous Harlem Globetrotter." And I was emotional. I called my mom, and she got emotional, and that was like one of the best feelings of my life.
I have chills all over me right
Yep,
now, even.
yep,
I
yep,
mean, my whole body has goosebumps on it,
yep,
because
yep.
it's one of those stories of never, ever, 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 ever give up. If
No, no,
you
not at all,
believe
not at
it,
all.
if you
Yep.
believe it and you work hard, and I'm going to throw it in there. Yes, you're honest and you're a good person. You're doing things for the right reasons, and
Thank you.
you're not cheating. Like
Yeah.
you're doing it in the with the honest heart. Good guys do win.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And it was like oh man, it was just like even my last year on the team, it was just like I still like it was still like a dream. It was like, wow, I really made it.
I can
You
only
know?
I can only imagine. I
Yeah.
mean, really think about this, everybody. If there was ever a time that you saw yourself like the prima ballerina, or the whatever it may be that was your dream, and and people are like, yeah, but maybe you need to change the dream
Mm-hmm.
because your
Mm-hmm.
body didn't quite grow the right way, whatever it may be, that you may not have the right look, you may not have the right stature, you may not have the
Mm-hmm.
right economic, geographic, whatever. However, if
That's how I
you
be too.
if you believe, right,
Mm-hmm.
you believe, and not only believe, but then you put that belief into action.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you a mainline Harlem Globetrotter?
I've done that for 8 years. And I got an opportunity to travel to 57 countries and all 50 states. Yep.
Wow. And on average, you guys do about what 150 games or something like that
Yeah.
a
Oh,
year?
you did a lot of research.
I
Yes.
did a little. Well,
Yeah.
it's really I am fascinated. I
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
truly when I was telling you before we went live that a lot of the people that watch this show are people that are facing some challenges in their lives. Doesn't have to define them. Similar to, we all have life showing up, and it's how we show up to that life that can define how it ends up being, if it's a chapter or if it's the book. And
Absolutely.
and your story continues because you spent about a year and a half, you said, on the generals, then you go
Mm-hmm.
over for 8 years, so nearly 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You are a professional out there traveling the world, entertaining. I mean, oh my gosh, I can only imagine being you running out there, having
Mm-hmm.
all the fanfare, all the fun, all
Yep.
the shenanigans, all the, and I love the Harlem Globetrotters shows and the way that they go about it, because they are participatory. They want to bring the fans in. They want that love and that energy to be flowing in a positive way, because it's a positive message that they're going out with, that you can have fun and make a difference too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All of it is for good reasons. And so as we're sharing this right now, um, you you have continued in your whole book, if you will, into that next level of things, in that you are now sharing what to who?
So I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm going to elementary and middle schools, sharing my message around the country.
I cannot say I love it
Thank
enough.
you. Thank
I
you.
cannot, because our our youth need true heroes, service
Absolutely.
heroes, yes,
Yes.
basketball heroes
Mm-hmm.
of I mean, you fit. I'm not going to even put a box around you.
Oh, thank
You
you.
are
Thank you.
outside of the box.
Thank
You
you.
are living a purpose-filled life.
Thank you.
And I want to know a little bit more about, you said about your parents and your girl, your mom, and
Mm-hmm.
everything. You you're a good man.
Thank you.
I
Thank
gotta
you.
give a little bit of credit to the family.
Thank
Let's
you.
talk about that. What was it like growing up in your home?
Well, in my home, it was a big difference from outside of my home. As far as growing up in Baltimore, from low poverty environment, projects, seeing a lot of transactions, offer drugs, offer to do it, offer to sell it, seeing a lot of people that's getting high and all that stuff at an early age.
Right,
And so my mom and my dad, they kind of like kept me and my brother from out there. She gave us the do's and don'ts growing up. Um, and she just kept it real with us. She said, look, if you end up out there, you're gonna end up like them. So it's like you want to stay focused, you want to strive for your whatever you want to do in life, you could do it, go for it, and don't pay attention to what you see. Pay attention, but don't absorb it. You know.
right,
So and she
right. Go ahead.
So and that right there gave me hope, gave my brother hope as well, and to not give up and not get caught up in our environment. And so that's how I dealt with that. And living at home was great with my mom and my dad.
You know what? There's a lot to be said there, and I have quite. Let's see. We've got people talking with each other, and I love this
Okay.
because Um, Helena's saying, I remember when the Globetrotters came to the school when I was in junior high. Wow, my youth was fun then and now. So, okay, so now you come from a family that an amazing, mother and father
Mm-hmm.
taught you and your brother and didn't sugarcoat it. I love that.
Yes, she did.
And because it's so important. And also let them know that they would believe in your dreams as much as you would believe in your dreams. Define
Mm-hmm.
your dreams, and then they would help you believe in them. Now you got the next generation going on, don't you?
Yes, yes. My son, his name is Jameer Jonte Arias Hall, and it's my first son. I'm so proud of this. I love the pictures, by the way.
Mm.
Um, and it's crazy how the universe, how God worked in my favor because He waited until my career was over. My basketball career was over to have my first son, and it's just amazing feeling. Just being the first time dad is just a blessing.
And he's how old now?
He's 5 months.
5 months.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
so, Dad,
Hmm.
what lessons are you going to? I mean, I know you're already out there with our youth,
Hmm.
and this has given you a lot of material to be, getting ready to share it with your own child. But it's interesting when it's your kid, it's just,
Hmm.
you're out there for all the kids. Yeah, when it's yours,
Yeah,
still, there's a little
yeah,
magic
absolutely,
to that. There's a little
absolutely.
magic. So, what are the things that we can translate what you're going to be sharing with your son, but also as you're talking to everybody right now, that you can be sharing with them too in
Hmm.
regards to your life, because your life story is pretty incredible.
Thank
I,
you.
I, I would love to just kind of let you, share right now, like you're talking to either the kids or to your son.
Hmm. So, my thing was growing up is not letting the naysayers, not letting the people that doubted me or try to tarnish my career or my dreams and try to distract me. So my thing, what I would tell my son as well as the kids that I go to my engagements, just know who you are as a person and don't never let nobody take that from you. Like, and I don't just force basketball on the kids. I say, look, how many of you guys want to be a baseball player, a football player, a lawyer, a nurse, a doctor, police officer? And I say, guess what? You could do it, but you have to listen to your teachers, your parents, and good grades. And I guarantee, if you do that, you could do anything you put your mind to. So my thing is, I'm not forcing basketball out there. I'm just trying to have these kids to succeed no matter what.
So important. In fact,
Yes. Yes.
Sherry says you can be anything that you want to be if you put your mind to it.
Thank you,
You
Sherry.
are amazing, Jonte. I agree 100%. And so we have, today is the very first day, and if anybody knows Ken and Andrea, you're probably getting a lot of really cool stuff coming on your
Hmm.
feed right now, because they are really out there with the whole smiles
Hmm.
movement. And I have known them now for a little while, but I've just become, I don't even have my book quite ready yet, because I finally was ready to say yes. Okay, let's do the book. And as I was looking at some of the different ones, yours actually caught my eye again,
Hmm.
because okay, you have the basketball, but
Yep.
you have the crab.
Yep. 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 Because that's Baltimore. Baltimore. is known for that seafood and all that stuff.
I love it because you know it makes it so much fun when they personalize
hmm
them.
hmm
Now, when did you do your book?
I did my book. When was it? Not. It was last year. Last 19.
Mm-hmm.
19. Ken loved my story so much, and Ken said, "You know what, John Ted? We both from Baltimore. You know, you're a hometown guy. He loved my story, and said, I'm gonna put you in the book, and I'm
And
gonna give you a chapter." And I was like, "Wow, really?" Because I didn't believe him, and he said,
yeah,
"Yes, really." He said, "I love what you stand for."
and that's the way he does it. In fact,
Yeah.
a while ago, he kept saying, "Okay, I want to do a book," and I kept thinking, "I'm not quite ready." You know, and he's
hmm
like, "No, I want to do a book," and finally, I'm like, "Okay, well, let's do it." But they see between Ken and Andrea and
hmm
Barry, all three of them, they see people and they see beyond the obvious and
hmm
yes, it's the smiles and the hope that the smiles bring and all of what it is that they're doing with the nonprofit. And so shout out to Smiles Week because
hmm
I love the idea of, especially right now, again, that so many people, those that are not able to get out, go and find out about many of the authors. Some of them, that's who I am actually sharing the stories of this week because Andrea has helped to nominate some of them, and we are going to be going into who they are and why it was that they were chosen to have a chapter and be in the Smiles movement. They Each one is extremely inspirational, and I have to say I also
hmm
love some of these other images you have. I
Oh,
mean,
thank you.
who
Oh, thank you.
who did this these amazing pieces?
So that's my logo, the Jonte Not So Small. I got the shirt on now. So let me give you a brief description of my shirt, my logo. So my logo is a self description of me as a kid. I have a book bag on my back. That means we need knowledge in everyday life. Knowledge is a key. And I have a shadow coming from my heart. That means there's a big person in all of us. And I'm spinning the basketball. Basketball is my gift. And the not so small doesn't mean, like I stated earlier, that doesn't mean your height. Doesn't mean what size you are. It's like, okay, uh a company might think you don't have enough education to be with them, like be a lawyer. They might say you too small, meaning the education. So now I'm just not focusing on size. I'm focusing on you as a person. So that's why Jonte Not So Small Hall. That's why I chose that name.
I love that.
Yep. And
I'm
then the picture
glad
up
you
there, and the
explained it.
pitch, yes, and the picture up there, I partnered with a artist on Instagram, and he made that for me.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because, in fact, I even changed the verbiage of the show because I had seen, like on Wikipedia and the different places I went, that it was Jonte Too Tall Hall. And then when I saw these images, I saw Not So Small Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And I, I have to say, they're both great, but not so small. It just, and possibly because,
Yeah.
total disclosure, my own family, it was like, I love this because we need to be able to let people know that they are not defined by
Absolutely.
so many things that people let themselves be put in a box. And
Absolutely.
so, okay, I'm going to bring up some images now that you're out there,
Yep. There you go.
you're with the kids, you're
Mm-hmm.
helping them. I love this. Look at that girl's face.
Oh, yeah, phenomenal. Yep.
That has got to be like the very best. feeling that you could ever have. How, explain it, because to see that right there, and
Mm-hmm.
here you're clearly talking to the kids during this,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just like, she's got that ball right there.
Spinning, spinning. Yep. So when I do that, and I say I'm gonna teach you a trick, and they automatically say, "Oh, I can't do it. No, no, I can't do it. No, no, no." I said, "Trust me, you could do it. I'm gonna spin up on your finger, and I'm gonna let it go." No, no, please. I said, "Watch." So when I do it, I spin it like I'm doing now, and then I let my finger go off their finger, and they keep it going. So the balls continue to spin, and so right there, that face, like you said, the face expression, it's like phenomenal. It's heartfelt.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
That moment in time
Yep.
right there could be exactly what was needed for this girl to say, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, anything is possible.
Yep,
Anything is
absolutely.
possible for the rest of her life.
Yep, yep,
I remember when I had that ball on my finger. I
yep.
was told I could do it, and yeah, I did.
Mm.
And when the other one, so you're out there, and tell us, I mean, are you showing them different moves while you're talking
Yes.
to them, or
Some yes, so when I come out, I have my music playing. I have my anthem music playing, and I come out to showcase my tricks. And then, get the crowd involved, get the kids hype, to get them pumped, and then I get into my speech.
wow, you know,
Mm.
you really, I can see why you are who you are, why you're out there, and I want to compliment you also, very
Oh,
heartfelt
thank you.
compliment, in that you chose to go out and go to the schools and go to the younger grades, because in truth this continues a lifelong path of doing the right thing, if you will,
Mm.
because you could have very easily gone out there and had a different focus.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what I didn't retire from the Globetrotters. I just stepped away. I just stopped doing it. Like it wasn't like I felt different for the past 2 years. I felt like our youth need a positive role model. We losing a lot of kids due bullying, cyberbullying. A lot of kids are ending their lives. So I felt like it was time to like just stop doing what I'm doing and just try to focus on our youth because nothing else to prove. I'm the first shortest Globetrotter in history with a world iconic team. Been in 57 countries, all 50 states. So it wasn't really nothing else to prove. So these kids need me. So
They do.
that's when I just stopped doing it. I said, I'm done. I sent in a resignation letter and I'm done. And my heart is happy right now.
And mine is too. And I was just on a seminar actually yesterday that was to support this very issue. There's
Mm,
too many, and right now, especially because of the lockdown and COVID, and
mm,
right after that seminar, I went into a private group, our private group, and we had game night, kind of
mm,
family game night with all of the buddies, wherever they may be, they come
mm,
together and we play games. And it's
mm,
kind of the old fashioned get the game boards out and, whatever, however it is. And one of the hosts, we have a single mom and her son,
mm,
and we all have gotten to know him, and he's getting to know us. And, it's a safe environment. And we were talking about asking, because some of them were starting to show up and we were having some technical issues, and so I was visiting with him, and I said, how is it not being able to go to school right now? How is it
mm,
to be at home? And he was saying that he's really sad in the fact that he's not getting to go see his friends, and he said, and mama has to be my teacher, and she doesn't always have the answers, and he misses his teachers too, and so that
mm,
whole school environment, and and yet there he is, gets all the love from all of the buddies, and he's telling us jokes, and we
Mm-hmm.
had trivia night last night, and
Mm-hmm.
it was adorable and fun, and
Awesome.
he's rooting on these people, and he's like, yes, and he's holding the card up, okay, this is the score, and he's really involved. That is the good news, but not all the kids are getting that right now.
That's true.
And my daughter, she works as an assistant for a class, and so I was seeing how she was supporting via, as much as you could through the internet. And right now, today, May 25th, 2020, we really do need to be focusing in on our kids. And
Absolutely.
we need them to know that they are supported, find ways to get them involved, find that environment, and you could not have picked a better time right now, and I can see why you're out there getting this message and getting your story seen as much as possible, because we need the kids to see you.
Absolutely.
We do. We
Thank
do.
you.
You're welcome. And so, what I am going to be saying to everybody that's here and as they watch it in replay, and I'm going to just be sharing the heck out of this. I'm going to be
Me
just,
too. I'll be sharing too.
yeah, because you know what? The bottom line, guys, is there's no time like today. I'm
Ex-
talking today, not
mm,
tomorrow, and not even tonight. I'm talking
mm,
right now, because
yep.
there are kids that are struggling this moment, and they need to hear from Jonte.
Mm,
So, you know what? I'm going to pull myself down from the line. I'm going to give you a few moments, a few minutes to pull some of your magic out of your hat and share with the kids, okay? Go ahead. I want you to be able to talk to everybody.
oh,
And
okay. Right
so,
now.
yeah, right now. So I
Okay.
pulled myself down. And so this is your stadium. This is
Okay.
your stage. This is your virtual, digital platform that you can share what you want to share
Okay.
with them. And then I'll come back up, and then we'll close it out. Okay.
Okay. So to everybody out there, it doesn't have to just be about kids. Know who you are. If you're getting bullied, use action by telling the teacher, telling the oldest sibling in your family, telling your parents, um, walking away, showing action. Or is getting bullied that you don't know, or maybe your friend. Show action by helping that person out. Make them feel like that they are not alone. Being brave, walking away from the bully, you know, ignoring them. Bullies hate to be ignored. Um, and again, if somebody else getting bullied, help them out. Be that friend. Be brave and say you're not in this by yourself. I'm in it with you. Um, show compassion. Be compassionate. Somebody getting bullied. Be that friend. Help them with their homework. Play games. What y'all like to play Fortnite? Play Fortnite together. Be that person friend. If that's that person not in your clique, your favorite group, so what? They all y'all have eyes, you have a heart, y'all have a brain. So that means we all the same. Don't matter the skin color, don't matter the size you are, tall, short, you know, heavy a little bit on the weight sides. No, we all the same because we all have the eyes, hands, mouth, heart, and a brain. So never give up. Never give up on your dreams. Don't listen to the naysayers. You're gonna have people that doubt you, people that say, "Why are you doing this sport?" or "Why are you studying? Why are you great at math?" Don't listen to them. Be yourself. Be who you are. Know what you want to do in life. You could be a basketball player. You could be a lawyer. You could be a nurse. You could be a firefighter, a doctor. Don't let nobody deteriorate your dream. Just be who you are. And you're going to have anxiety. You're going to have stress. That's life. But again, you got to know who you are. You can't listen to the naysayers. You can't listen to the people that's like not in your corner. I'm the type of person, I need to hear that I'm doing good. I'm still learning myself. But we got to know we're doing good. We got to know who we are. So I'm going to leave with this quote that I live by every day. As long as your heart stands tall, you're not so small. Remember that. Try to live by it. I know it's not easy. You're going to have your ups and downs, mainly downs. But dig in, follow your heart, and follow your dreams. Jonte, not so small. You're never too small to do anything you put your mind to.
I love it. Okay, say
Thank you.
that again, your quote that you live by.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as your heart stands tall, you're not so small.
As long as your heart stands tall, you're not so small.
Yes.
I absolutely 100% love that.
Thank you.
Okay, so question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you I'm hoping you're going to say yes. I'm really hoping you're going to say yes. And if you don't say yes, you got to say yes here soon.
Okay.
Is that there's got to be, you've got that image, amazing image. Do you have kids books coming out? Do you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
good,
So so
good.
uh, so I'm just trying to find. I want to do a children's book. Um, I started, but I have to find like the right people, like somebody to help me push it, or somebody to help me like write it and stuff like that. So I'm working towards that. That's what I want to do.
Okay, guys. All right. I know a lot of people. A lot of people do touch this.
Set it up.
Send this out to all of the people that you know, all the different people that you know that are. Do you have your cartoon artist already?
Yes. Yes, I'm
Okay,
an
so you've
artist.
got your cartoon artist. You need a writer. You
Yes.
need a publisher that knows how to publish children's books and get
Mm-hmm.
them out to where they need to go. I mean, we're
Mm-hmm.
talking like to the big box stores, to
Yep.
everywhere that everywhere the distribution, because
Mm-hmm.
this story, that character is amazing. I
Thank you.
love the book bag. I
Thank
love
you.
the
Thank you.
the the shadow coming out,
Thank you.
just everything about it. Yeah, I'm going to bring it back up. Everything about the image and the story behind the image. I just got to find it on the line here.
Thank you.
The story behind the image, um, it you can't get much better than that.
Thank you.
And I would have been all day long reading these books to my kids, and I know they would have been, because I had them spread out. I know the older ones would have been reading, they would have been amongst the favorite ones that would
Mm-hmm.
be to the younger ones, because the little sister ended up being called Midget.
Oh
Yes,
wow.
I had little children,
Wow.
little
Yeah.
children that, so I understand the concept here.
Mm.
And that nothing in life, everything is possible.
Absolutely.
You are not so small. I love it. So, guys, everyone, I want you to put your thinking caps on right
Yes.
now, because we got to get this out there, and we need to get it out there sooner than later, because we all know what's going on. We know what's going on, and these are positive images. We need more positive going on for our kids and our grandkids. And here's a man that has lived with integrity, passion, and purpose, not given up, worked harder than many, never gave up on his dreams, had a family that didn't give up on their dreams, took care of his mother, his angel mother, and now is a role model for his own son and family, out there teaching to the other kids. We need to get positive messages in multiple different ways. please tell me also that at some point in time you would be also putting together some kind of either cartoon or
Yes.
movie or something
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. I'm gonna do all
awesome,
that.
awesome. I am a fan. Let
Thank
just
you.
count me in on
Thank
the
you.
fan base. Absolutely. Anything I can do, I am there because we need to push the positive out there, guys. There's
Yes.
enough of the other. We can raise the frequency. It's called love. It's called, healing through connections. That's the tag of the nonprofit for Chemo Buddies. You guys know this. So connecting, let's do some connecting and let's help those. It's not just kids, these are stories
Yeah.
that
Just
we
yeah. Everybody.
all need.
Yes.
I have been inspired, and I'm sure that as we share this out, many are going to be too. So I am going to be loading this into YouTube also,
Awesome.
so that we have the YouTube links. If you want to cut out some way, let us know. We'll do that too, because you know what? Any way we can help, that's what this is about, because it takes a community to make a difference. And when we have people that have stood up with integrity like Jonte has and is willing to get out there and do this, let's be the grassroots. Let's be that organization that he needs, and let's introduce him to, if you guys know someone, because
Yes.
let's make this happen. So how would you like to, as we close this,
Mm.
what last parting words would you like to share with us?
Um. Well. Okay. I will say this. So this goes to show that I'm practicing what I preach. So I'm starting all over again. So it's no more Globetrotter. So it takes time. What's going on with the pandemic, with the school's been out. So I had to go back to a 9 to 5.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm back working, but again, it's like I'm starting all over again, but at a different platform. So I'm still working, and I'm still got my vision of going into these schools, making a children's book, right, doing a movie, doing a cartoon. So the dream's still the same. Just never give up on your dreams.
I even love it more.
Thank you.
You are such a spectacular man.
Thank you.
I am honored that you came on to the show and that we were able
Thanks.
to highlight you, because you know what? You do what you have to do, and
Yeah,
you show up how you have to show up, and you never let go of the
absolutely.
inspired dream. And truthfully, anything that is going to affect people like you have already, and you will be again, it's never easy. And
Yeah, it's not.
it is going to be a bit of a trial. However,
Yeah.
that's where good people,
Hmm.
service heroes, and those that
Yeah.
support them can pull together and say, okay, the good is going to overcome, and we're going to make this happen. So let's do that. Let's make it happen.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So as we close today, May the 25th, 2020, the Service Hero Show, 365 Days of Awesome, celebrate success through service. Absolutely, without a doubt. Jonte, not too small,
Yeah.
Hall. You are a service hero. And
Thank you.
I am so excited that we will be following you, and in any way that we can help, I am going to be blasting this out.
Thank you.
I want everybody that has seen this to do it too. Let's make this happen and save our kids
Yes.
and kids of all ages. Let's have that be said. All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
Make
for
it
having me.
a great day.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
See you.
Bye.
See you.